Hello everybody, this is Nuzcraft and welcome back to Monster Hunter World. Today we're going to be speaking to the Third Fleet Master about flying to the bottom of the Rotten Vale.
Now is the time.
Are you ready to descend into the depths of the Rotten Vale? Yes, let's go. First, we'll see if we can spot Zora Magdaros's trail from the air. If we find anything promising, we'll look for a safe place to drop you two off. Well then, off we go. I'm not sure why we have to find, another way into the Rotten Vale, considering we were just there. But it gives us a reason to have this pretty cool cutscene.
It's breathtaking. Raffinos. They look so free. So, what's the bottom of the Vale like? I could not say. Though we have learned much, what we have are mere facts, and not a single clue to what truth they add up to. We know Zora Magdaros is heading there, but why? The world is full of mysteries to consider.
The Third Fleet Master is a lot cooler in cutscenes than she is when you're just talking to her. She's a lot more personable. I also think this broken ship thing is just really cool.
Hey, I think I found something. Let's set her down. Or not. As I thought.
Hey, Legianna. It's kind of the apex of the Coral Highlands.
We have disturbed its hunting grounds. We should regroup.
So we're gonna need to fight the Legianna before we can go to the bottom of the Rotten Vale. So much for making it down. That loathsome monster is known as a Legianna. It rules over all other monsters in these skies. So long as it's out there hunting, we won't be able to reach the base of the Rotten Vale. Oh, I had almost forgotten that you're a hunter. I suppose it wouldn't be too much trouble to ask you to hunt the Legianna before we get knocked out of the sky again? Why no? It sounds delightful. So, now we have an assignment to hunt a Legianna. The Elder Melder needs to prepare for their big move to Astera. Interesting. Okay, let's grab this Legianna assignment. That was a Legianna. You remember it from before, right? It's the same monster that knocked us into the Vale. And the same monster responsible for downing the Third Fleet's airship all those years ago. Unless we take it down, we'll never get the research base down to the base of the Rotten Vale.
Slow and careful.
And I just hate the word never, don't you? Come on, let's take out that Legianna. That's pretty interesting. I didn't realize that the Legianna is what took out the Third Fleet's first airship way back when. Alright, so Legianna, embodiment of elegance, from the Third Fleet Master. You already know how I feel about that intolerable creature. As long as it controls the skies in the Highlands, we'll never be able to make our descent. do take care of it, won't you? Of course. Anything for you. We'll go ahead and use a voucher because we have one. And we'll check our items. We don't need the energy drinks anymore. We will bring some nullberries, because Legianna can do Ice Blight, and that is a pain in the tuchus to deal with. Is there a place for us to eat food in here? Is there like a little canteen? Or is that just something that we do? I think it's just something we need to do out in the field. So if that's the case, then I think we are good to go. Legianna, embodiment of elegance. This is a case where the rope lift would be nice, I think.
So we can fly down to the base of the Rotten Vale. The airship will get knocked out of the sky if we don't do something about that monster.
Elemental res up will be pretty good for us. Just because Legianna does ice damage. And now we can go and search for it. They give us some easy flash pods. They also give us some poison knives, which is a little bit of a hint that Legianna does take some significant-ish amount of ice damage. And so I think there's a couple ways that we can go, but I think we're just going to go this way. This is the way that I'm most familiar with. We might see Tsitsiyaku if we go this way, which a Tsitsiyaku can be pretty helpful fighting against Legianna. As we've talked about before, the Tsitsiyaku can kind of flash them out of the skies. Yep. Tsitsiyaku. And so we don't need to worry about the Tsitsiyaku. We don't need to fight it. We do need some Shamo scales for something. Oh, look, we got a bunch of them. Alright, and there's only one left. There's our Tsitsi. Let's see if we can get some of these Shamo scales before the Tsitsi engages with us. It might not see us right away, or care about us right away. Just because we're up here. And that looks to be the case. It just walks on past, scratches up the dirt. And there we go, we got some Shamos stuff. We don't really care too much about these Tsitsi footprints. We'll gather them because research points are research points. But for the most part, we're going to ignore these from here on. There are a bunch of them. So we are going to climb up this way. And like I said, there might have been a faster way to get up here. I know that if we had the rope lift, that would be a faster way. And I think for these types of quests, the assigned quests, I don't think they let you fast travel. Or maybe they do let you fast travel. Oh, well, we could have done this instead of doing anything else. We could have just fast traveled to this camp. I think they still make you start at the other camp, but we would have been able to just straight up fast travel here. Because here's like a Legianna footprint. And here's some Legianna gashes. And I'm going to keep the puddle pods, and there's our Legianna. I'm going to keep the puddle pods because I would like to do a wall bang. Come on. And if a monster is flying and they're relatively close to the ground, you don't have to hit a wall with them. You can just take them out of the sky. Alright, so we got Ice Blight, so we grabbed it. Nullberry, and we got this puppy poisoned. Managed to block that, which is good. Oh no, I thought it was still flying. SAD, we got a couple of them off. So we're on the slide. Let's see if we can't get a mount. There we go. One of the things about mounting Legianna is that it can be a good chance to get some damage on its back. Because I believe the back is breakable. That was good. Oops. Pick up this. Wonderful. We need to sharpen. And maybe this would have been a better chance to sharpen instead of try and weaken it, but it is leaving, which gives us a good chance to sharpen. For some reason, yep, I feel like we can grab a ration. Go. Grab a couple more racks if we can. For some reason, this bright sand is looking particularly bright today. Oh, look at that. We got another mount. That is pretty crazy. Was not expecting us to get another mount. But we'll see if it bashes its back against this wall. I don't think it will. I think we'll knock it down first. There we go. And so then hopefully what we can do... That was a relatively good SAD. Then we can do a wallbang here. Bonk. Very good. We broke another part. We dropped a pod, which is kind of nice. We need our red shield. Red shield, that's good. It's screaming at us because it's grumpy. Probably could have blocked that if I was better. This little tornado thing. Now might be a good time. Alright. Axe mode for the win. And so we saw that it was limping, and it had dropped a couple of pods, so it's a great time to capture, which is what we just did. We dropped a shock trap and then a couple trank bombs.
Come on, let's head back to the research base.
Which is good. It also gives us, it doesn't give us a lot of time. We only get 20 seconds after a capture, which is just enough time to get 2 mines in. And there we go. That was Legianna, Embodiment of Elegance. It looks like we got some pretty good rewards. We got Legianna Scale, Claw Webbing. This is a Legianna Plate, which is very good. Lots of Legianna Hide. Wonderful, wonderful. And we earned the right to take on 5-star assignments, new safari locales, a new upgrade level is available for our armor, which we haven't done a lot of armor upgrades. And we're back in the research base.
How incredible.
You truly are impressive. Now our airship will make its descent into the lower depths of the Rotten Vale. Just say the word when you're ready.
Alright, the time has come. Let's head down to the bottom of the Vale.
Okay, so it wants us to head down to the Vale. Can we take on other assignments? No. No, we can't do that. That's okay. We are going to come here to the smithy. I'm like what you call it, a people person. I like talking to folks. You need something? This guy's fun. Alright, so if we forge equipment, we check out weapons. I don't think there's any new... Nope, no new charge plates for us to deal with. Armor-wise, though, we can see the ingot and the Legianna armor. So the ingot armor uses Dragonite ore, has some pretty okay skills, because it's our first like rarity for armor, right? So thunder attack, thunder resistance, those are like in low rank. They're not super great. Health boost is pretty good. and it compares pretty favorably with our Kadachi Vambraces. So we might want to pick that up because health boost is a good skill. Windproof and defense boost are okay. Defense boost, it only gives you +5 defense. So, like for this piece, and in low rank, it bumps you from 28 up to 33, which is kind of a big deal. But once you get into high rank or master rank, it's not as big of a deal. And the ingot armor looks pretty cool. So we might go for those Vambraces. And then Legianna is, I think, it's not our first set bonus. Anjanath had a set bonus with Adrenaline. It's definitely an interesting set. So we've got the helm has Divine Blessing, the mail has Evade Window, Airborne, which I think is increases the damage of jumping attacks. This is really great for insect glaives, and some specific sets that do more jumping attacks, like Hammer can do a lot of good jumping attacks, and the Great Sword can do a lot of good jumping attacks, so they might run Airborne. Ice Attack and Ice Resistance. So for us, like these elemental specific ones are not ones that we're going to take a look at, but the head might be okay. The set itself looks pretty cool. So the head is actually not that much better than the Rathian helm that we have. The chest is really not that much better than our bone mail because we've upgraded it to level 10. The Vambraces we already kind of talked about. You know what? I think we're going to go ahead and do an upgrade. We're going to grab the Ingot Greaves, because that's a pretty significant defense boost for us from what we had. And we're going to grab the Ingot Vambraces, because the health boost is going to be really nice. And so now we take a look at our equipment info. No, it's status. Oh, we just see it over here. So now we're running attack boost 2, health boost 2, defense boost. We got fire resistance and divine blessing, which is not a bad set of skills. How you doing? If we want to look at charge blades, we now have access to the Elite Commission Axe 3, which takes Monster Bone Pluses and Dragonite Ore. Geratitus Mudslide Blade 3, which we are not working towards, but we do have access to the Ice Element stack, which is, I want to say, our first ice weapon. And it might be something that we want to do. The only problem is that in order to get there, we have to start here. We have to make our way through this Geratotus blade so that we can upgrade into this path. And right now, we haven't fought enough Geratotus for that. So while that might be a direction we want to go at some point, it's not happening right now. The upgraded bone weapon takes Monster Bone Pluses, which we don't have right now. Great Jagras is going to take Monster Bone Pluses, and Tobi Kadachi is going to take Monster Bone Pluses. So nothing we can do yet. We need more Monster Bone Pluses, which will happen as we fight more of these monsters. So let's go speak to the Third Fleet Master and see what's happening. I know that our last episode was a little bit short.
Now
because we only did one mission and it didn't take very long. So we're going to try and do 2 missions and see how they go. I suppose we need to find a place safe enough for you to depart and suitable for camp. There you shall resume your search for Zora Magdaros. And do not forget my request. You must think deeply. What is the Rotten Vale? I look forward to hearing what you come up with. Well then, off we go. And our assignment is into the bowels of the Vale. So I think this is going to let us go deeper into the Vale. Yeah, they give us the second camp.
Down here somewhere. I have a feeling I know what the Rotten Vale is.
Back up small. Seems fine. I like how the handler, when we're in the Vale, she covers up her face. I'm just at base level. So they give us this Astera Jerky for a reason. It boosts natural healing and cures bleeding. Something that we're going to want to keep in mind. We have the torch pods. Not Zora Magdaros tracks.
Nothing can stop us.
There's a pond here that you can actually fish from. And so right like here, this is where we had a wall earlier. So they're letting us come down. There's this little cavernous area that we will come back and explore. Grab these bitter bugs, that's fine. But where they really want you to go is down to this lower level where it opens up. And you just have these really cool... Thanks, handler. I'm trying to explain this section. These really cool pools of acid. So if you step in these, you'll get hurt. So we gotta be careful. But they look really, really nice.
Is this a pool of acid? Yikes! Don't touch it!
Yeah, that's what I already said. There's a couple Vital Lilies down here, so that when you're fighting in this area, which you do quite a bit, you can heal up a little bit.
The traces, but
Yeah, I thought I picked up... Okay, hold on. We're going back. I want that meat. I don't know why I didn't pick up the meat from the box. Sorry, handler. You're gonna have to wait for me. Being a derp. He's back. Okay, so now I've got the meat, which is good, just in case we need it. Grab the snowberry. Oh, look. The handler's in 2 places at once, and there's this giant slag from Zora Magdaros.
I know we've reached the bottom. But what happened to Zora Magdaros? There's no place else for it to go.
I kind of wish I had a mask that fit as cool as Handler's mask. Ooh. Odagaron. This monster is cool, cool, cool. Look at those extra claws.
What are you doing? Go!
Oh yeah, the tracker is awesome.
Don't stop! Keep going!
We can't leave her.
I think she's shooting dung pods.
No, she can't hold that thing off. We've got to help her. I hope she's okay.
Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and fight Odagaron. We could exit and start the quest anew like we did with Radabon, but we're just gonna plow ahead. We know that it's close. Here's a Paratoad, we might get to use that. So Odagaron is a little bit more aggressive than a lot of other monsters. And it can be a really tough fight for people who got used to some of the other fights. It's like we poisoned it. Alright, let's see if we can get it to a spot where we can... Nope. We really want to break some of its claws. And you can see it does quite a bit of damage. Come on, Jelly.
Damage if you try to move while bleeding. Crouch while standing still until the bleeding stops.
Alright. Let's chug a Mega Potion as well. So yeah, so bleeding makes it so that when you're moving, you lose health until you eat some meat. You can eat a steak, or a stera jerky is the best. Oh yeah, here we go. That was good. Oh, it's mad. So one of the kind of cool things about about Odagaron is when it gets tired, it gets like really tired. Like it uses up all of its energy. There we go. Yeah, buddy, that was good. We're breaking some claws left and right. No, 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 no. Dang it. Alright, we got an Odagaron scale. We can grab some bones. And then we're just going to keep going through here. We could go back and explore through there, but I kind of want to finish our Odagaron battle and move on. Finish up the episode. We are going to go ahead and sharpen. I did not mean to eat that. The joys of the radio menu. So yeah, I'm not sure if I completely explained bleed, but when you get bleed, it makes it so that when you move around like this, you lose health. You have to either like stop and crouch to stop the bleed, or you need to, eat a meat Eat the meat. Okay, so there's a paratoad over here that we might be able to use. I didn't think he was going to hit me there. But I was wrong. Here we go with the wall bang. This could be good. Oh. There we go. That was good. He's tired. So we can do another one. Since we got him knocked down again. And so you can tell that he's a lot slower when he's tired. We can get just a few of these. Now he's grumpy. Grumpy doggy. Let's see if we can get it over here. Come on. Come on. Nope. It's gonna be a booty. Ouch, from the back. Ouch. I think that attack would cause bleed. I was hoping for a KO there. Need to build up some file so we can get a red shield again. And it is running away. Did drop a piercing pod. I think this is the first piercing pod that I've noticed, so I don't think it's ready for capture just yet. We didn't bring a shock trap, but we did bring a pit. So I think, oh no, it is in here. It's a sleepy puppy. So we're gonna go ahead and put down a pit and capture the Odagaron. We're gonna take it home with us.
You okay, partner? I'm waiting for you back at camp.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We just took out an Odagaron. Odagaron is an extremely fun fight. It's way different from all of the other fights in the game up till now. It's super aggressive and strong, and it does bleed, and I think it takes a lot of people off guard. And so it takes some practice kind of reading it and dodging.
I'm going out for another look.
No, you're not.
And the tracker's back.
You're okay. I was scared to death.
All right, easy, easy. I'm just glad that you're not hurt. Thank you. I was planning to hide until it moved on, but, well, you saved me the trouble. Now, that's enough. Now, we had a deal, don't you remember? Did you learn all you could about the Vale? Now tell me everything. What did you feel out there?
I think the Vale is where the monsters come to die. It's their graveyard, and this whole land is a vast ecosystem revolving around it.
Pretty cool concept.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes sense a little bit
Come on.
that, like, the Vale and the Coral Highlands are locales that are super unique
You're
to
right.
Monster Hunter games.
The Vale is where monsters come to rest. They sense the end and make their way here.
Super unique. Like, before now, it was just like you get forest areas and you've got
nutrients that feed the coral
volcano
highlands.
areas.
From death rises new life, which after a cycle returns to the Vale to die again.
It's kind of unfortunate.
Ecological
I
marvel.
think this is a really long cutscene.
One that easily dwarfs any I have ever seen.
And so I'm wondering if I would have been better served
You really considered
to
the
wait
important
and do
question?
this in a different episode. Because it's getting
Who's
kind
at
of
the
long.
heart of it? What monster could serve as the nutrients for a system this large? What's the mystery behind the Elder Crossing? You know the answer.
They die here.
Bingo! An Elder's death is the catalyst. The Vale is Zora Magdaros's resting place. Or at least it should be.
It's pretty cool.
The clues are all here.
And I guess they have
Zora is
reused
nowhere to be found.
some of the coral stuff in Monster Hunter Rise, but not a lot.
Going to deliver it somewhere?
Monster Hunter Rise kind of went back to the
I don't know.
solid formula of,
The
you know,
first Wyverians
forest
lived
area,
much longer than us.
volcano
So
area,
developed.
desert area, swampy area.
Look, it's raining life.
But I know that they do have one section that's a little bit more like the Coral Highlands. I don't know. I hope they bring back like the Rotten Vale in some future games.
If
Such a
only
cool
I could live
location.
Another 300 years. Maybe that would be just long enough to see the end of this changing of the guard. Friends, you go finish this. I want to stay here a while longer. See what death has to give and life has to bring.
Pretty cool. Alright, so now we've got our rewards from our O-Dog. Let's see. Oh crap. We didn't carve the tail. Dang it. Could have gotten 2 O-Dog tails. Alright. That cutscene wasn't as long as I thought it was. So we're good.
Good to see you.
Good work with your field reports on the Coral Highlands and the Rotten Vale. If our tracker and the Third's Master both agree about the Rotten Vale, then we can safely assume that the Elder Dragon's that's the Elder Dragon's graveyard, so to speak. We should start focusing the Commission's efforts there. The question is where Zora Magdaros has gone, if it's not in the graveyard anymore. And the first Wyverians may be able to answer that question. I looked into it, and the closest sighting of the first Wyverians was in the ancient forest.
You can do this.
Head out there on an expedition and see if you can track them down. Because unfortunately, we're running out of time.
The first Wyverians might be able to tell us where Zora Magdaros is.
Alright, that is going to be it for today. We have a couple exclamation points that we can do another time. The first Wyverians are who we're going to be tracking down next, unless we do some optional quests. So we can just take a look at optional quests here. We have some not super interesting ones, but we have a hunt for a Great Gyros, which we've hunted a Great Gyros, but not in a quest for a Great Gyros. Tsitsi Yaku, which maybe we need some Tsitsi Yaku parts. Most of these are things that we're not super interested in doing just yet. But there might be some event quests that are fun. Timberland Troublemakers to Anjanath. Every Hunter's Dream is one for a... I think this gives you some stuff for a greatsword, maybe. Maybe there are some fun ones in here that we could do. Not really sure. Find out next time. Thank you so much for watching. This was... Oh, I almost forgot. We wanted to go check out... We always want to go check out the armor. So we're going to go check out the armor real quick and see if there's anything from Odagaron that we can whip up. What do you have to say? Hey, have you got a moment? In addition to standard issue weapons and armor, I've also been working on a new specialized tool for our hunters. But I don't have all the materials I need. Think you could sign up for the On Nightmare's Wings quest? I've already asked Provisions to put aside what I need once the quest is complete. It doesn't have to be right away, but I'd definitely appreciate your help. Oh, slay 5 Raffinos in the Rotten Vale on Nightmare's Wings. That doesn't sound like a fun quest. Okay, what do you want now? Things here may be getting hairy, but we need to keep our composure. Stay calm and go over the basics. First, how's your equipment holding up? I've got some new products in, so have a look. I'm sure you'll find something useful. So care to have a look? Yeah, sure. Got any new charge blades? Nope. You got some new armor? Nope. Nothing new. Second Fleet Master. I see you got yourself something new. A charm, eh? Those things are fascinating. But the one you've got is different from others I've seen. Oh, so it was made with first Wyverian welding techniques. You know what? I'm going to talk to this Elder Melder character and see if she'll teach me how to make charms here at the smithy. So what are we hammering together this time? Okay, so... Weapons... Charge blade... No new charge blades, as expected. Armor. We have the Odagaron armor. We can't make any of it, but it looks awesome. Some of the coolest armor in the game. The head has bleeding resistance, which is not great. Speed sharpening on the chest, which is an okay skill. Constitution on the arms. Critical eye on the waist, which is good. Critical eye is a good skill. Takes an Odagaron plate though, so it's kind of expensive. And quick sheath on the greaves. I can't really see us using any of this right now, so we'll probably skip it, but it looks really cool. And then we'll see if we can upgrade anything here, and we do have an Odagaron blade. Impact file, and it has 20% affinity. We do need one more Odagaron Fang, but that might be something that we go for coming off the Tobi-Kadachi tree, so we'd have to fight some more Tobi-Kadachi and at least one more Odagaron before we could get there. And that sounds reasonable. Ready? That is everything. Now that's going to be it. It's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. This was Nuzcraft. We'll see you next time when we do something different. Take care.